Hello， 现场的雄青熊朋友，大家好！欢迎大家来到我们高雄中学体育馆来欣赏我们近日钢铁人在主场的赛事。雄中体育馆是很多人的回忆，他们在这边已经办过国内大大小小的赛事。我们相信呢，我们很多球员呢都在这个球场打过球，也是很多球迷们呢，你们很多回忆也都在这边。今天可以在雄中体育馆来办理我们高雄钢铁主场赛事，我们也非常开心，非常兴奋。想必呢，今天一定可以再拿下我们主场的胜利。所以在这边之前，是否可以先让我听听看现场所有雄星以及球迷你们最热情的尖叫声？谢谢。今天呢，需要现场球迷呢一起拿下胜利，所以让我们一起跟着钢铁的球员，用我们的钢铁意志以及钢铁精神，坚韧不拔的毅力呢，来守护主场。各位雄青，你们准备好了没 ？Let's go， 高雄！今天很开心来到我们雄中体育馆来办理我们高雄钢铁人今日的主场赛事。在这边呢，我们雄中也准备了非常精彩表演，要呈现给各位。现在借用大家双手，让我们欢迎雄中热舞社同学带来精彩的演出。
Tell y'all about the funk, love, ecstasy. Here we go. Every time when we come out to play, it's the music makes us feel this way. Be still to give in, feels too good to be a sin. Ooh, just make me wanna stay. Oh, baby man, come on. It's the funk, love, ecstasy. It's the funk, love, ecstasy. Ooh, everybody get down, come on. It's the funk, love, ecstasy. It's the funk, love, ecstasy. Oh, testify, testify. Sure enough, it's been a while since you changed me with your smile. Oh yeah. Knocking on my door, you're naked on the floor. Ooh, baby, your style is too wild. Way too wild. Try to make it work. I had to do something. One more time, y'all. Play that cowbell boy. Wait a minute. Everybody, everybody, gotta come on through. You know this is how we do. This is how we do, baby. About to have some fun. Time is gonna come. Segment is for you.
哇哦！再次掌声送给我们雄中热舞社的同学们。 紧接着是各位期待已久，要借用大家的尖叫声与掌声，让我们欢迎我们钢铁女神雅典娜带来精彩表演，掌声欢迎钢铁女神雅典娜。
Pretty. This that pretty girl mantra, this that flaunt. You just touched down in LA. Pretty girls don't do drama unless we wanna. It'll be depending on the day. Pretty girls picking a defender, no I'm a defender. Never let it catch no stray. This that pretty girl mantra, she's that stun. I make you wanna swing both ways. That deep, I'm not that drunk. Sometimes girls just gotta have fun. Throw it back, all that ass. Me and my sis, we do it that. Not that deep, but not that dumb. Look at them bodies on the run. Inside glow, we like the sun. You're gonna feel this every day. This that pretty girl mantra, this that flaunt. You just touched down in LA. Pretty girls don't do drama unless we wanna. It'll be depending on the day. Pretty girls picking a defender, no I'm a defender. Never let it catch no stray. This that pretty girl mantra, she's that stun. I make you wanna swing both ways. Look at I'm fearless, we came to take round. Back it up.
这热情掌声送给钢铁女神雅典娜，同时也要来谢谢我们雄中乐舞社为我们带来精彩的开场演出。那么紧接着马上要来为各位介绍今天来访客队台北富邦勇士登陆球员名单。台北富邦勇士绝背号0号 Number 0赖廷恩。 Number 3， 绝背号3号 Arne Motri。Number 4， 绝背号4号陈佑伟。Number 11， 11号洪凯杰。Number 14， 14号蔡文纯。Number 18， 18号林志伟。And Number 23， 23号石伯恩。Number 27， 27号张镇雅。 台北富邦勇士本场是安排 Starting Five 先发人 ，Number 6 6号吴永胜 ，Number 7绝背号7号 Nicholas King，Number 8绝背号8号周桂宇 ，Number 24 24号简廷照 ，Number 55 55号 Jeffrey Wesley。 台北富邦勇士总教练许晋哲、执行教练吴永仁、助理教练林伟浩、魏维、梁兆轩以及体能教练郑维轩，总经理叶中颖。
各位现场朋友，今天是我们台北富邦勇士本季第一次南下到钢铁人主场作战。勇士之中的右卫以及志伟也曾经是我们钢铁人诸位一起奋战过。这是他们再次回到高雄，见到熟悉的雄心球迷朋友们。 他们也准备了一段影片，要送给这几年来支持他们的所有人。现在，让我们将目光注视在我们舞台上的大荧幕，让我们一起来看看这段影片。
其实也很开心，就可以来到南部这边打球训练，然后比赛，那也可以体验就是南部这边的热情啊。
回来台湾之后，想要先找自己适合的球队吧。考量之后，高雄我觉得蛮适合我的。高雄很好，高雄人很热情。
哇，看到右卫又把球抄走了，前球的快攻机会，自己上篮得分。哇，这一次的飞身灌篮，助攻的是南模，暴扣的是林志伟。到禁区，不过这回志伟宝贝也有了连闪2个啊！哈哈，林志伟，没想到球在昨天单地的志伟接到球之后，再切入到禁区，2分拿到，有手也有攻啊！2个火锅再加上1个 见缝插针。这时间不多了，好，3分线外，哇！这应该是一个3分球啊，右尾多头啊，
团队的氛围都越来越好，这样我们也是一场一场的去赢下来，那结果顺其自然就会好。
谢谢我们的志伟及右伟，这几年带给我们钢铁人许多美好的回忆，谢谢你们。
谢谢右伟及志伟，持续将目光放在我们的大荧幕。We are Steelers。
高雄，高雄，这里是我们的家，我们的土地。无论风雨多大，这片土地还是勇敢面对挑战。
我们的目标不只是胜利，而是为这座城市燃起希望的火光。
年轻的我们不畏挑战，拼出希望，打出精彩。
用双手去锻造，用坚持去塑造，成为高雄的钢铁人。
We won't stop practicing until we're stars.
星星之火，北辽人。
钢铁人登陆球员名单。首先为您介绍一步一脚印陪伴着雄青捍卫主场的每一场胜利，球衣背号65号钢铁人吉祥物艾恩。Number 0， 球衣背号0号前锋，突破逆境，展现自我，拥有强大的钢铁意志，陈玉安。Number 3， 球衣背号3号后卫，赛德克战将用积极与速度要来征服全场，钢铁法拉利刘春燕。Number 4， 球衣背号4号后卫，勇气刺在身上，不止包手，誓言要把胜利一起打包带走。钢铁人的练球狂人李威霆。Number 8， 球衣背号8号后卫，用勤奋自律在场上翱翔，就是要心想事成。最有斗心的林豆豆林心祥。Number 9， 球衣背号9号后卫，潜力新星，斗志高昂，钢铁人团宠，朝向胜利的 S 因子庄崇顺。Number 13， 球衣背号13号后卫，10万伏特的超节快手，年轻的腿，马力十足的皮卡伦高伟伦。And Number 37， 球衣背号37号球锋，拥有关键时刻的3分炮火，钢铁人的颜值担当，学霸射手马克斯 Marcus Kerr。Number 62， 62号前锋，球风稳健，美国代表队的成员硬汉，他是威尔 Davis。球衣背号77号，更替立场白啊， 上老红手，开丢着手，咻了下，他是朱玉俊。接着为各位介绍 Steeler today starting five。Number 7， 这杯号7号前锋，拥有强势进攻到篮下苦攻的全能身手，樱木花道刘彦廷。Number 42， 42号前锋，攻守全面的进攻万花筒，体能劲爆的人体直升机王凯玉。Number 32， 32号中锋，内线作战，攻守俱备，非洲巨塔第龙9点 Taranka。Number 1， 这杯号1号。后卫华丽的球风，大三元制造机，出神入化的钢铁魔术师，我们的 Magic Man Isaiah Briscoe。最后进场这杯号23号 Number 23， 前锋。浴火重生，但是做人没有极限，能切能投更能飞的钢铁一个陈范博彦。为您介绍高雄钢铁人总教练邱大中，助理教练刘文和，个人技巧教练兼翻译林冠军，体能训练师邱伯章，管理沈秋展，助理管理林君毅，防务员黄玉俊。助理防务员包君兴以及总经理方永喜。来了，压海报的球迷朋友，热情在哪里？
好的，现场的球迷朋友，接下来呢，我们要进行的是跟着我们的应援团团长，还有我们的女生们为各位做应援教学。那刚刚呢，这整个音乐非常的热闹，也非常有气氛的。为我们播放音乐是我们的 DJ 刘老师。今天我们跟着我们的女神们呢，回来现场带领所有球迷朋友一起帮钢铁人来做应援，为我们的主场守护胜利。好的，在我身边是我们的应援团团长 Morris。好 ，Morris， 我们的球迷现场朋友进场之后，应该都会拿到我们的什么？
我们的这个加油的折扇。
折扇，哎，有拿到折扇的朋友，像双手举高，让我看一下好吗？拿到折扇的挥动一下你的折扇。如果没有拿到的，可以到我们的大门口去拿，好不好？好，那折扇呢，是我们加油非常重要的一个武器。
没错。
所以等会我们要先听听看我们球迷朋友他们拍打的折扇声音够不够大声
？OK。
来，你来听听看我们朋友的声音。
我们把我们的折扇拍打起来
，Go！ 好，看起来呢，大家还是有点害羞，
冷静啊，
有点太冷静了。不知道是因为看到你太帅，大家都不敢乱动了。
应该不会是这样，
因为今天我们的主题就是男孩恋爱时。
没错。
对你平常这个穿搭，就是我们本季这一周的主题的服饰，对不对？
没错，我平常出门也是这样穿。
平常也是这样穿？
没错。
难怪大家都被你迷倒，不敢出声了。
对，喜欢的话，商品部在左手边的部分，大家可以喜欢的去参考看看。
对，记得去商品部购买哦。好，我们一样，我刚才觉得那个折扇的声音不够大声，
是，
所以请现场朋友先双手举高，好不好？
借给我，
举高一点，让我看到所有折扇。上面小朋友你们不要太客气哦，哈，对，要麻烦你们喽。这边的朋友呢，好，来一个一次最大声拍打折扇的声音。Let's go OK， 拍打折扇呢，我们接下来是应援教学。我们今天总共会教2个进攻，还有2个。
欢迎来高雄。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. Wishing you a happy, healthy, and hearty 2025 from us at the Plus League. Let's get to some basketball. To ring in the new year, we start in Kaohsiung, where the Taipei Fubon Braves are in town to play the Kaohsiung Steelers. We're at a new venue here in the Plus League history. We're at Kaohsiung Municipal Kaohsiung Senior High School. Bringing the standings table up, the Pilots defeated the Braves in the last game of 2024. The Ghost Hawks lead to second, also with a win over the Braves for the first time since early November. And the Braves, with those two losses last weekend, see their home win percentage fall below 500. And the Steelers played the Pilots at their place twice and improved, but are still searching for that very elusive first win on the season. On the Mandarin broadcast is commentator Chen and play-by-play 蔡晴晴，球迷朋友们，你找到官方的英文转播，要听中文的讲评，当然就按照中文的转播连接。谢谢你的收看，记得 Plus 的转播都要按赞。Well, Xiongzhong might be a high school venue, but it is a venue with a little bit of history. Chen Ziwei describing playing at this venue himself back in the day. It has a history of being a high school competition, and so some of his players, no doubt, have had a little bit of experience here. But down the street is also the Kaohsiung Arena, where a lot of the more modern games have been played. Looking on the Braves part, they were high off their win against the Pilots the day after the Steelers lost. 18 made threes, 3 by 8 players in the highest single game total in 2 seasons. 11 players scored, and all 14 saw the court. But last weekend of 2024 ended up being a dud for the Braves at their house. Saturday's loss to the Ghost Hawks 99-85, despite getting 18 more rebounds than Sunday, blowing their halftime lead to the Pilots. The Braves defense continues to hemorrhage points in those 2 games. They had a defensive rating of 115, allowing 45 points in the paint to 36 of their own, and allowing 16 fast break points to their 9, and 18 points off turnover to their 7.5. And meanwhile, on the assist to turnover on both ends, offensively 29-40, or a .725 mark. And then defensively allowing 48 assists for their opponents to only 25 turnovers over a rate of 1.92. And that's a very bad sign for being the #1 assist per game Plus League team. The Braves are looking to righten the ship here in 2025. The big thing about that second point, I feel, is their team offense and cohesion is very much at a loss, especially having to look toward 42-year-old beast Lin Zijie, who in the month of December in 4 games played averaged 14.5 points on 52% shooting, setting a career-high 28 points scored in the last game of the year against the Pilots, but all for naught, as Justin Wu Junxiang had 28 of his own, and the Pilots took the victory in the end. This is the first time the Braves are down in Kaohsiung this season. Now, the good news is this is a slump buster game for both teams, though to different degrees. And of course, the bad news is both teams are slumping. The Braves we described having lost 2 in a row at home after the broadcast we had in Taipei, talking about how they weren't able to sweep any of their home weekends, and now they got reverse sweep. Over on the Braves side, Aaron in the post-game talking about Beast's performance.
杰哥的表现应该大家都有目共睹嘛，42岁的年纪，然后出赛时间，然后得分，然后 effort point 全队最高31分，正负值也是最高分10分。可是我一直觉得这个对我们来说，我们不能一直就是依赖杰哥， 让他打这么长的时间，然后而且尤其是他第2节的时候就已经感觉膝盖有点不舒服，但他一直跟我说还可以，不应该，我们球队不应该是要一直这么燃烧他，就是他的表现，就是杰哥就是我们台湾的 GOAT， 毋庸置疑。那我们其他人可不可以跟随他这样？
Aaron, the head coach of the Braves this year, saying he's always felt that they can't count on Beast. Of course, to the contrary of what the product has been on the court. He's played so many minutes, and even through some knee discomfort in the second quarter, you might have heard being said the GOAT of Taiwan basketball, but the GOAT has no accompaniment on this journey. Now the Braves will be putting out a familiar starting lineup. And they do have a lot of wings on their squad, but now parts of 5 basketball seasons, they've not demonstrated a lot of consistency. The best we've seen of the Braves youngsters was in their title run in season 3, where the likes of Josh there on screen, number 8, and TJ Jianting Zhao made their contributions as players both from Nanhu High. Then over on the Steelers side of things, the Steelers last played 14 days ago in the first overtime game this season against the #1 Pilots. Once again, Isaiah Briscoe led the team with 30 points, and the Steelers even built a 10-point lead after 3 quarters and as much as a 15-point lead with 8:36 left. Falling eventually in overtime to a very heroic performance. For this game, Jeff Woodhey, Nick King, Josh, TJ, and Jeff Wu will be starting for the Braves. And on the Steelers side, Jordy Chimaga, Phil Chen Fanboy, and Kevin Wang Kaiyu. Liu Yanting, number 7, is getting his first start as a Steeler, and Isaiah Briscoe. And to go back a little bit, the officials for tonight, crew chief will be number 46, Zhang Luyue, flanked by Zhang Weijun, excuse me, and number 25, new to the Plus League this year, He Xuanwei. The Steelers would head to 5 points in the last 8.5 minutes of that game, as the duo of Alec Brown and Julian Boyd scored 19 of the 23 points for the Pilots in that quarter. And then in overtime, Justin Lu Zhixiang scored 9 straight points, and Jackie Li Jiakang went 4 for 4 from the free throw line to ice the game. Notably, the Steelers shot 1 for 15 from three-point land in the 4th and overtime, after being 10 of 30, which is close to the league average through the first 3 quarters. The Steelers will be wearing a gray uniform against the Braves' blue and gold kit. Curiously enough, the Steelers are bringing back the theme "当男孩恋爱时." It's a pun about men and the word for south. So a very romantic theme, yet their jerseys are the solid color. This time here in Kaohsiung, previously 2 matchups in Taipei. Braves are 2 wins, no losses on this head-to-head, but the Steelers have had leads in both those games, sizable leads at that. Tip is up, and eventually won by the Steelers. Chen Fanboy, number 23, former Brave, dribbles against Zhou Guoyu as Isaiah Briscoe matched up by Jeff Wu. Dribbling middle after a ball screen, but nothing comes open. 2 down screens as Briscoe behind the back. Chimaga providing a screen, spaced out. A right wing 3 swish. Jordy Chimaga, the center for the Steelers, that is his first made 3-pointer of the season. Maybe a good sign for them as a Brave goes down, a defensive foul. beating the buzzer as well. Jeff Whitty in there, having take a number of weeks off, but on a Saturday, previously, Braves big man Walters had an ankle turn and was held out of Sundays. Actually down court. Wong Kai will lay it in with the left hand. His collegiate coach on the Mandarin broadcast. A number of other NCCU Griffins also in the building as well. Braves trying to get on the scoreboard, spaced out wide as King takes a wing three. And a team rebounding by the Steelers. Chimanga feeling a little bit of confidence as that one's out of bounds off the blue. Another look at the dime by Isaiah Briscoe as nobody was back. Bill going right at Josh, right in the middle of the painted area. The ball on the deck. Eventually, Whitty. So 5-0 start. Dilbury takes a deep two. That's off. And in the starting lineup, Josh has played 7 straight games off the bench. One of the original members of the Braves in the Plus League, as getting the bounces, #1 Briscoe. Pretty much from the jump here in the Plus League's 5th season, leading the league in scoring as of right now, 28.8 points per game. Swinging it back for Whitty, little mid-ranger is good. That's how the Braves scoring gets started. Josh actually started the first 3 games of the year, mainly in for defense and a little bit of his forward leadership, as that shot is no good. But only 0, 0, and 4 points in those 3 starts. Meanwhile, coming off the bench, 9.3 points per game, but a range of 20 points to 0 points and everything in between for number 8. King going up against Liuenting, and a little tap on the elbow is the foul call. Liuenting has been a journeyman in his basketball career, born in the city of Taoyuan and playing at Qinyan High. Back to Taoyuan is where Jianxing Technical Youth was, and then Chaoguang. Signed with the Mars last season as an undrafted free agent, and coming over to the Steelers. Looking toward the free throw line, that's Nick King. In the 2 games last week, 51 points on a 43% shooting combined, of course. 50 points is the high mark here in the Plus League. Thinking of Sid Bular and Jeremy Lin as nice three passes. Chimanga with a 2-handed jam. But done by Briscoe as it looks like a turnover, trying to get the ball up court. Braves not on the same page with that pick and roll coverage, and nice power play there. To a cutter and ball out of bounds. They're going to say off of Gray. I guess they're the home team, so it should be white. For the Braves as King is rejected. Ball stays in bounds. A 3-on-3 action as take foul right above the 3-point line by Jeff Wu. Everybody's trying to get used to this court. The Steelers do often practice right here. And now they have the banners around, the LED, the scores table, and a little bit of dress up on the outside of the building. Briscoe takes some contact, keeps his dribble alive, and a whistle does come. It will be the Braves' second. You see those little white squares underneath the team names on your score bug. Closed the gap. Good pressure by the Braves as somehow was going the wrong way. Four seconds on the shot clock as Isaiah dribbles right, now left. He's got an angle, puts it up, and a whistle comes. As even Coach Cho runs over to help out his teammate, or I guess his player. Though Coach Cho does talk about playing quite a bit in his post games. You see Whitney just catch Briscoe on that layup arm, and the LED boards were sent back as well. One thing that was problematic for the Steelers in their last two games against the Pilots was their performance at the free throw line. Isaiah, 45 attempts, 29 makes, for only a free throw percentage of 65%. As Shimaga hustles for it, and it's Steelers basketball. On the mismatch, Briscoe hesitates, goes, and leaves the layup short. And looks like an out-of-bounds situation. King, a little short as Briscoe in the middle, goes right at two defenders, and he's tripped up. Another whistle comes. Braves are a little lackadaisical now in the transition game. Only 3 points in the first 4.5 minutes. There you see Josh and Jeff eventually sandwiching him way too close to the basket. Braves are looking toward the bench, trying to make a substitution. Going to be another NCCU Griffin. KJ in for Jeff. Chimaga faking the pass, now taking a dribble in, needs some help. Briscoe spins out of the double team, and he's going to be called for a flip dribble. Having fun out there. He getting the ball screen now, wants to start a handoff with King. Steelers don't switch as KJ is fresh in the game. He knocks it down from the left corner. Another whistle, and this time it's against Bill. KJ on Saturday had 10 points, 3 three-pointers made. More free throws coming up for the Steelers as we are in our first stoppage here at Kaohsiung Senior High School, where the home Steelers have a 10-6 lead.
好，到底我们的弹幕呢会找到哪一位幸运的朋友呢？ 我们的陈范博业呢，跟我们的曹胜喜欢哪一个，你就学哪个动作，你左右比，看看你选择谁，好不好？来，这2位美女，你们选择谁？
刚好1人1
哎呦
面嘛。
我们现在我们陈范1票了哦。另外一个有镜头也要可以比出来啊，你选择谁？不要害羞，好不好？2个美女一起上镜头了，拿着虫虫的。你还是要选择我们的陈范跟曹胜，你要选择谁？一样陈范博彦是不是？那虫虫会很失望哦。OK， 这边很明显了吧？来，拿着陈范的毛巾的朋友，告诉我你选择谁？好，很明显的拿出陈范博彦。那前面这位朋友呢？你是选陈范还是选曹胜？
Welcome to the broadcast. Your likes on the YouTube live stream are welcome.
你会选择谁？
There you're getting to look at the theme for the Steelers in their second home weekend of basketball. The first was at the Kaohsiung Music Center, close to the harbor. Now we're back in town. A choice between Chen Boyan, the #1 guy, and one of the most popular rookies on the Steelers, number 9, Zhuang Caohsiung, also known as Dobie, and another one of Chen Ziwei's products out of Zhenzi University. We left off, Chen has some free throws. The 24-year-old from Hualien County, getting his chance to be the #1 guy on this young Steelers squad. An early stint for Taiwan Chen there with the sleeves on the basketball. Starts a handoff to KJ as on the other side, Nick King. Dribble attack as Wiki got one in the air. He's fouled as Jimagu crashes him from the side. Winston has been played sparingly on the season, as between him and Beast. Right now, Beast is not on the active roster for this game. Number 55, Jeffrey Woodhey at the line, out of Kansas University. Closes the gap for the Braves as they now find themselves down by 3. Briscoe at the high post. Interesting look, but he backs it out. KJ in front of him. Crosses him over. The 3 on the way. Yes! Early highlight reel material on the weekend over on the Steelers side. Back up a big Davis is guarding Jeff Woodhey. And unfortunately taking a spill, but not before a travel by Jeff. He's helped up by Josh. Big wet spot on the floor. He'll take care of it. It's not the first time Briscoe's crossed somebody up. And you see Woodhey taking a trip of Davis's shoe. Zone defense by the Braves as Briscoe gets by one, shakes Jeffrey, and a little interference there, and the 2 points will count. Look, got tangled up with Josh, untangled himself, and Jeff just helping out with the net. On this other end, he's fouled with the offensive board. Taking a look at William Sidney Davis II out of Yolo County, California. There you see just reach his hand in there. It's one of those, if you have the basketball, the other guy fouls. But if he has the basketball, you fouled. More free throws. Whitney, despite missing some games, leading the league in free throw attempts. Coming into tonight, tied with Julian Boyd, 61 apiece. Jeff, a 70% free throw shooter before tonight's action. Getting the bounce, and it's down to a 6-point deficit as Josh applies some pressure against Briscoe. Needs some help, bumps him out of the way. Chen, an open catch and shoot, got it. Over on the other side, King is looking for a low post possession. Kevin fighting hard. Crossing the lane, spinning around, and a sweet little move by King. With Whitney on him, takes a step back three, almost. Steelers definitely not afraid to take some early shots. Mismatch down low as Jeffrey Whitney will swirl it in with that right hook, and the Steelers elect to call a timeout. It is Coach Cho's preference to take those timeouts early. So previously a Steeler, now already departed from the team, Josh Price. There you see his usage rate, 27.4%, taking a lot of shots, but his assist percentage only at 6% when he's on the floor compared to Isaiah Briscoe, a even higher usage rate, but also a higher assist rate at 23.7. That's calculated based on how many assists per minute played you're dishing out compared to your team average. Pretty smart get by our Mandarin broadcast calling Taipei. One thing to keep an eye out is both of these teams have interesting splits when it comes to their bench scoring. The Braves are going to their bench early. The Steelers want to roll with their main guys as much as they can. The Braves are #1 in the league at 46.7%, and the Steelers last place at 23.3 points per game. But interesting enough, in the last game, King had 25, Brendan Walters had 12 on the Saturday game, but Jeff, George, and TJ 2 points on 1 of 12 shooting. Then on Sunday, Beast, as we mentioned, had a career-high 28 points as the season average nearly 10 points a game, and 9.7 is third best behind Umar and Jackie of the Ghost Hawks and Pilots, respectively. After that's coming after Saturday's 15-point performance. So Beast really showing up for the home crowd as another whistle for the Steelers. See Josh popping into the screen, then trying to slide his feet forward and looking up at the scoreboard in the building. That's his second personal. Meanwhile, the Steelers have only had 4 instances of a double-digit scorer off the bench. 3 by the aforementioned Josh Price, and once by former King, now Steeler, the Southern boy in the away team. That's also a limited opportunity. The Steelers players coming off the bench only averaged 12 minutes and 19 seconds. The lowest, the second low by the Braves, 14.53 or 14 minutes 53 seconds, mostly out of product because they rotate so many players. That's why that number goes down. More substitution as former Steeler, second overall pick in the 2021 draft, Jerry Tanyaway gets it in, now attacking off the catch, leaving the floater way off as Arnett Moultrie, fresh in the ball game, gets the putback. whistle going through the lane. That's number 15 for the Steelers. Oh, excuse me, 13, Kaohsiung. KJ reaching in there, led the collegiate competition in steals his junior year. Kaohsiung last played his collegiate game for the London Technical University. Part of that group that made a miraculous Final Four run. He's defending Nick King as Davis comes out against Moultrie. King called for that offensive foul, trying to block out his defender. You know, that's high once it not being covered, but a few too many bodies in the vision of Jerry. Minutes to go in his opening quarter. Davis screens for Briscoe. Behind the back, step back on Winston. Over to Phil. He's got a lane. Touches in the air. And nice laying off glass. Now on the dribble, Winston cuts back door and lays it in. You see previously Phil's sometimes girlfriend of many years now. Might not recognize because she changes her hair color quite often. Way off to the left, and little Kaohsiung with the board. A cutting Phil, but Davis in some trouble. Lucky to hang on to possession. Nice find. A pump fake and a right hook is good. So quickly the other way. KJ counters with a fast break layup. A little bit of pressure, and now the Braves back off. Briscoe spinning, finding a crease. Did not have enough on the layup. Now Taipei has one man to beat. Switches the left side. No. Davis with the board, and he'll shoot it up ahead. In transition, Briscoe's got a step on Jerry. Now bringing him out. 3 to a side as a whistle comes. When you're a Brave in this matchup, you know Briscoe's going to go no matter who he has in front of him. There you see KJ, definitely a hit on the arm. Isaiah Briscoe out of Kentucky. Very familiar spot that the Steelers have signed imports from. As we have a timeout, this time called by the Braves. So looking back at the Plus League rosters, notably in the 22-23 season, Steelers had Terrence Jones and Aaron Harrison out of Kentucky. Back then, the import rules were you can have 3 registered to your roster and have 2 active, and boy, were they a lethal scoring duo. Previously heard Aaron try to drop a play to get a post up. Hook pass down low to Whitney, going to the middle. The sky hook is a bingo. Number 3, Ting, excuse me, is in and immediately cashing the 3. Scored a professional career high of 14 points in the game against the Pilots. On a decent volume, 5 of 18. Winston taking a stumble. Needs some help as 5 seconds on the clock. Jerry is fouled. And that will be free throws. Exactly the most disciplined defense there by the Steelers. You see some high post offense by the Steelers. Don't remember them showing that look off very much before. Taipei has struggled mightily at the line this season, and that's something Steelers fans know quite well. Coming into tonight, 59%, including a game to end the 2024 season, a 1 for 6. Winston out, Lightingun in. Get a better size and speed matchup against Liu Chenyan or Apu. Coming for the basketball. Going under, and now over on the screen, back to Davis. Pass fake, cutting through, and another whistle comes. The Braves very aggressive on these pass fakes, and it's hurting them. In and out for Davis, who in his first 2 games as a Kaohsiung Steeler, only scoring 2 points apiece. He has himself a lay-in, and now a Plus League career high with that free throw. And that'll put the Steelers up by 10 points to open this game up if they can hang on for the next 40-some-odd seconds. Back to that zone. As Taipei missed his previous floater, close, but no. Whitney will knock it out of bounds. Who's the closest player? Hops back on Taipei. Didn't see that work as Chimaga gets to their side and count it. Getting an and 1 on the reverse layup. They're going to say a foul on Whitney there. Take another look at that as how he got so much extension. Might have gotten away with a step there. No on the free throw. Last possession for the Braves. And it won't end in a shot, but free throws as Liu Chenyan fouls again. Lai Ting-en has been a Brave since 2019. The last known contract we have of him was a 3-year deal back in 2021. As obviously, they re-signed the 5'10" guard. Previously had a Jet Zhang Zhongxian to argue over who's the better Yilan point guard for the Braves. Time running down, getting a shot off, but no good, and a 35-23 score after the first period of play. The Steelers getting off to a good start, trying to secure a home victory and the first victory of their season.
跟我们的女孩组队参加中场游戏，有没有想要参加中场游戏的朋友？哎，我好像听到这边有声，那个还没有，那个还没有，我手上的先送完，那个还不是。这边的声音有吗？哎呦，这边蛮大声的哦，来，这边给一个，上面的有没有？不够，这里的呢？哪里想要玩游戏的？我要听到声音，挥手不够，好不好？好，这边来一个。 好，这里有没有？有，这个声音有出来了，来，大声一点。这边的呢？那个小朋友可以接吗？你要小心哦。哦，来。哎呀，我手滑了一下，在前面。结果他们不想玩，你也要玩吗？你要玩吗？那颗球，你要玩吗？你要玩吗？你要玩就给你哦。 好了，他今天穿熊中的制服给他好不好？来，穿熊中的。好，接下来呢，我们刚刚呢罚球有3颗不进，所以月老来电送了15张的兑换券，在我们的手上 ，Morris 手上跟我们的啦啦队手上，想要兑换券的朋友，声音给 Morris。
OK， 感谢富邦，让我们送出了15张的这个兑换券，想要月老兑换券的朋友手举起来。 可以跟我们的雅典娜女神要我们的主场兑换券的任务球。
小朋友注意安全，你注意安全，你注意安全。
OK。
好。
Welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Ryan Chen, proud to be commentating on this Plus League regular season matchup between the Taipei Fubon Braves and the Kaohsiung Steelers.
我们请各位，我们小球上面有写中场游戏以及主场任务。
The Braves right now looking at a possible first losing streak of the season, as they've never lost 2 games in a row until the last homestand. And according to my definition, it's only a streak when it makes 3. In season of 4, they had 5-game losing streak. The caveat being that was all against the number 1 Pilots and number 2 Kings of the regular season. And they also had 3 pairs of losses in a row that eventually sank them below the Lioneers for that last playoff spot. And in season 4, they only had 1 3-game winning streak and 2 pairs of wins in a row. What eventually would be a lower seed, with he going up against 2 Steelers, and might have took a hit to the back of the head. Another stop for them as Chen, a bucket from the right wing. Tough from the side as Whitty gets it on target. No, Moultrie can't get above, and he's fouled from Briscoe from presumably underneath. Another look at the transition attack by the Steelers. Just like that, King will come in. jumpy. Steelers need to settle in for a second free throw. Arnett Moultrie on Sunday started the game at 12 points and 12 rebounds. This is his first time playing the Steelers this season. Braves counter with a 2-3 zone of their own. Shimaga going on Moultrie, a pop step, and leaving that push shot outward. Josh, jump pass alive, attacking on the dribble. A spin to finger roll is out of bounds off of the Steelers. Dokoyer on the quick catch and shoot. It's going to turn into the Steelers going the other way. Briscoe, 2 in front of him. No, not his own board. Look out below as Jeff Wu and Briscoe look okay after the stumble, but it's 2 more points for the home squad. King almost got him in the air. Now a skip pass. It's Jeff Wu's turn to try the 3, and that one's butter. Very improved 3-point shooter on this season, Jeff Wu. Shimaga can't get it the first time. Look what I found. He's hacked. I'm off the earner from the line. I was going to say Jeff Wu 15 for 40, or about 38%. He was nowhere near that mark in a couple seasons with the Dreamers and his early goings as a Brave until this year. Fouls for Dokoyer. Was a DNP on Sunday, but on Saturday, 15 minutes played, 8.6 assists. King trying to split the defense, a tough man with the left hand. That is a strong hand as the Braves have a quick answer. Now jumping to that high post spot against the zone as Briscoe occupies it with the dribble, closing the space with the left hand. Good. Patient play there. Basically turned it into a 2-on-1. A slow 2-on-1. Going the other way, Josh drives back to Moultrie. A free throw area jumper off. Quick catch and shoot in transition as Shimaga has another board. He's the only 30 rebound performer in season 5. Little jump pass there. 5 seconds left, and getting to the cup and lay it in. Getting his first start with the Steelers, it's Liu Yanting. Patient offense by the Steelers, and now without any patience, Braves call their second timeout. Down by 15 points. We'll go to the break as the Steelers right now giving it to the Braves here at home. Some of the faces here at Kaohsiung Senior High School in the middle of town, right next to the Kaohsiung train station. The old train station, now a metro stop on the Red Line, with the high-speed rail up north in the Zoying area. The enthusiastic crowd for the Steelers, playing very good at home. Their first home game on the season back at the Kaohsiung Music Center was against the Pilots, where they allowed a plus league record 73 points, and then the next day in a hard-fought battle lost to the Ghost Hawks. Number 23 Brendan Smart is trying to get the basketball on the low post, hand fighting with Kevin Wong Kai-yu. Two-step and he's fouled. Smart had some pretty odd performances in that last homestand. One game he would shoot 0 for 5 from 3. Another game he'd score decently, but had 5 personal fouls against the Pilots. So the caveat being it's not easy to defend Alec Brown. First free throw good. Tien will be out for TJ. Well, they're tightening up the top of the zone and trying to figure out this look. Some daylight drills it from deep. Braves have not been settling for outside shots, but a little friendly fire there, and out of bounds for the Steelers. That's where communication would help. Well, I said the Braves tightened the top of the zone, and yet after a pass, kind of let it go. I would typically say the man in the back should relent to the man in the front, and that was the case indeed, as Jeff Wu, a second made 3 on the game. A little stoppage, suspecting a wet basketball, and the referee will indeed get a change. Jeff Wu had a 4 3-pointer made game against the Pilots in their big victory against the #1 team. Briscoe taken to the wing. Trying to stretch the zone defense in a different look. Skip past to Phil from the top of the arc, a little off to the right. A little trippage, but no change of possession as a 5-on-4. Braves slow to get an attack going as King running all over the place trying to get the basketball. A catch and shoot on the way. That's no good. TJ bodying Briscoe on the sideline. It's been a more disciplined second quarter in terms of the fouls for both teams. Caught him on the layup. Has now a game-high 16 points. Make that as 18 now as they found the sideline. Smart only has the basket in his vision. tried a three-point attempt on the baseline. It's going to be off of the Braves, they say. Too late to the coach's challenge as Briscoe gets it up. Chimaga on the low post, swings it to the weak side, having made three-pointers earlier in the game. The Orient team misses that one. Turnover and a counterattack by the Steelers. Isaiah to the left hand and will get the roll. 51 points with 6 minutes left here in the first half. Woody picked up the dribble and is looking for an outlet. How about Smart from plus range? In it out as an unsuccessful Mikan drill by Wiki there. With space filled wide open, easy money. No timeouts for the Braves as they face a 20-point deficit. King spins into the defense as Jeff trying to save them. That's halfway down and out. King to Smart. He's hurt, holding his sternum. TJ gives it a try as Chimaga holds him off. It's going to be a 5-on-4 the other way, and TJ, a kind of dangerous take foul. Perhaps the Steelers want to have them look at this possible and one. As Brennan Smart still working off that hit to the gut. I don't know if it's a bruised sternum or maybe he had the air knocked out of him. I would say this shouldn't count. The ball ended up taking a bounce off the hardwood. Entertaining nonetheless, as Smart is helped off the court. Briscoe driving baseline, kicking it out to Wong Kai-yu to Briscoe, clearing out space, giving the right side, popping a shot but blocked. Former Steeler Lin Ziwei. Fresh in the game. One way to introduce yourself to the home crowd. Yeah, 200-centimeter tall, big, out of Nantou County. King fakes and maybe just offering up a pass as they rip through the defense. How about the top? King still off. He's firing from center. Chimaga didn't drop step. Now will go middle. Shot fake, squeezing left hand off. Fight for the rebound. Good effort by Wong Kai-yu. Now it's the Steelers who will elect to call a timeout. Coach Cho perhaps sensing boys on the floor might need a breather. Now the risk you take here as a Steeler is you might be giving the Braves a timeout when they really need it. Isaiah Briscoe, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. I think one's really noteworthy to me looking at his line. Only 1 3-point attempt. He's really been aggressive, as there you see also very much involved with the Steelers' transition attack. Steelers only have 2 steals, all by number 1. It seems like the Braves' 5 turnovers have really cost them on the game. The Braves themselves are not settling for the 3-ball either. 22 attempts from 2-point land, 12 3-point shots. But they are being held to 36% from 2. Jeff Woodhey and Nick King, the only players with multiple 2-point field goals. Moultrie 1 for 3. Winston with that layup. KJ with a layup in transition. Well, not a lot in the half court. Briscoe going at King. He's got a step. Overshoots the layup as both gentlemen have to climb off the deck. A little tic-tac-toe as Jeff Woodhey gets the and one. KJ with the dime. I think there's a hockey assist to be had by somebody. If that is Chen Fan, that should be his second personal. Go to the bench. Davis and Chimanga, the 2 imports for the Steelers. Now free throw dances off. Just over 4 minutes to go in the first half. 18-point Steelers lead. Backup point guard Yo Chen-yin gets something started. It is Galway-Lin, nice find. And Chimanga goes to the left side, puts it through. Good patient offense by the Steelers. TJ swatted from behind. Braves still have the basketball as King from the assist by Jeff. Chimanga with the range. And the rainbow in and out. It's King up to KJ. Galway-Lin once again on King overshooting the pass. Might have been a slip of the hands. Even 6'8" George could not reach that one. Layup as Davis up close. Touched off the rim by Whitney. Looks like a legal touch for me as the Braves just getting it over the timeline. King 0 for 5, make him 0 for 6 from downtown. On the season, a 39% three-point shooter, as there you see the ball really close. They're above the cylinder. As first time in the game, Li Wei-Ting with the headband is in there. Tough take by Chimanga and somehow gets it to fall. Woody finally joining his teammates up court as the foul off ball. And look at this tough take there. A little bit of a tangle up at the end. Thankfully, it looks like both gentlemen good enough to stay in. King at the line, 7.6 boards, 4 assists. Not been that easy scoring the basketball for him and his Braves teammates. Second shot falls through. Still an 18-point deficit. Davis attacking, spin move, layup. Just off as long rebound to Ting. His corner jumper connects. The Braves' biggest halftime deficit this year has been 16 points as KJ can't get it from close. That was the Braves against the Ghost Hawks on November 10th. Chimaga feeling it. He's rejected. Too easy for Jeff there. Gonna switch it to the off-footed layup. The record this year for biggest halftime deficit belongs to the Steelers in that aforementioned Pilots offensive explosion. The jumper off the backboard and in. Ahu working the magic now, guarding King. Over the top pass. Chimaga comes for the help, blocks it, and ball right in the middle of the court. Davis with it. Going the other way, they'll slow it up. King forced baseline, spins out of the double, passes. And a tough take. No magic there as Woodhey will keep it inbounds. George, nobody checks him, challenging Davis, blocked from the side as King pick up his teammate with the board. KJ takes the bump, count it. Offering up a prayer for a floater, and it's Galway-Lund. Did a decent job, but just a little bit too much contact. Or George in 2 and parts of 3 games, 0 points despite being the starter in the 2 Braves home games. He did grab 2 rebounds in very, very short action. Well off the board as Steelers don't look like they're going to go aggressively for 2 for 1. Tioe trying to reach for a steal. As Davis from the top, and it's an air ball. I guess it is a 2 for 1. Defense by the Steelers as King picks up the dribble. Tioe spinning, dishing, and the lay-in by the left-handed King. Beating the shot clock and a little bit too strong. That was Liu Yanting and Liu Chenyan. Need to work on that 2-man game in the film session tomorrow morning. But a 62-44 lead for the Steelers. Right now, crushing the Braves in their first matchup here in the port city of Kaohsiung.
好的，接下来要进行我们是中场游戏。中场游戏呢，这边一样会是2对抗。来，我们中间先让给我们工作人员，这是我们的9宫格。好，先放在正中间，先放正中间。好，莫里斯先让你选，你要蓝色还是橘色？
哇，我对游戏有阴影啊！
不用怕，因为莫里斯在上次的主场已经目前是还没赢过我这一边。
还没赢过。好，我选蓝色。
好，那让妹妹跟彤彤选，还要你这么现实啊，就往帅哥那边走。没关系，你去吧。好，来我们的球迷朋友，来跟我们这2位女孩1对1的群朋友请上来。
我现在要追求就是主场的胜利。
但是我们这关他们是拼体力跟技术，
是
这2位呢是拼脑力跟智慧。
没错。
所以这边看起来呢，他们2位应该都蛮聪明的。
应该是蛮聪明的吧？
有吧？
有了，
有吧？哈。好，来这个盘子先给你们。好，来我们工作人员球给这2位帅哥。来，我们的球，比赛用球，旁边先拿一下。来，游戏规则，你是那一边的。
来，在我这边。
你是对，你是这边的。你跟我们的女孩1队，你跟妹妹1队。好，等会呢，游戏规则注意听哦。你们会先从罚球线开始做准备，听到我们 DJ 刘老师放音乐 ，3、2、1 ，Ready Go 的时候，你才可以上篮。要上进，如果上篮没上进，赶快篮下补进。上进之后，跟女孩击掌 Give me 5，然后她还是可以放盘子。
一定要回来 Give me 5，你才可以放牌子哦。
Give me 5之后，你才可以继续上篮哦。OK， 看谁最快连成一条线，好不好？好，来，我们球先给你，先到罚球线那边做准备。
一定要击到掌，不能空气击掌哦。来，
你们不用伸展拉伸吧 ？OK， 罚球线哦。好，老师音乐请下。
1、2 ，Ready Go！
Go！ 要上进哦，加油！赶快篮下补进，篮下补进。
击掌！
不要讲击掌！
马上来！
好，如果大家都平手，就看谁最多。
击掌！
还有！
马上再来！
妹妹，你放错了，对，这么放这里才对啦。啊，没机会，来不及了，你不用挡的。
我们还有，我们要准备赢了。
对，抢中一个，加油，快点，
还有机会，
知道放哪一个了吧？很明显了，他要赢了，他放错了，
还有机会。
对，快好看，你现在有2条线可以选，
Yes sir！ 我终于赢了，
等一下，我们有点快吐血了。
Welcome back to the broadcast. At a brand new venue for the Plus League, but a familiar venue for Taiwan basketball fans. Chen Ziwei, the color commentator, and Cai Qijing, play-by-play on the Mandarin track. I'm Ryan Chen, bringing you along for the English broadcast of tonight's action. The Braves against the Steelers, 44-62 is the score. There's the statistics from the first half: scoring, field goal shooting, three-point shooting, rebounds, assists, and turnovers from top to bottom. Really notable is the Braves took more threes than twos in their weekend games against the Kaohsiung and then Pilots, and yet here against the Steelers have not settled for the three. If you take out Nick King's 6 attempts, only 7 by the rest of the squad is a very low mark. And I think the story so far from the first half is how impressive the Steelers have looked. They look very connected on defense, not allowing the Braves any uncontested layups. Meanwhile, Chen Boyan and Isaiah Briscoe have more than done their part of scoring the basketball, and that's made it easier for the rest of the teammates to find their spots, stay engaged in areas where they might be more familiar with. The Braves have traded all kinds of lineups with only 1 DNP of their 13 active players, and the lowest minutes played is Brendan Smart, 328, but he has sustained it looked like a sternum punch to the gut. Jeff Wu continued to show off his improvement from 3, but they're going to need a lot more of that. Meanwhile, on the Steelers side, all 9 players who have made it onto the floor have scored at a very efficient clip, with only blemish on their mark is Jordy Chimaga's 0 for 3 free throw shooting, but he did make a 3-pointer, his first on the season, and has been quite a focal point in the paint offensively and defensively. The Steelers, as we mentioned before, trying to break a few losing streak marks that they'd rather us put in the past. They'll have 24 minutes to get it done. Leading scorers in that segment, but we're going to break. Another chance for you to get refreshments, relieve yourselves before we're back to the broadcast.
先拍前面，先不要先自拍啦。
我们等一下再自拍，好不好？等一下有时间自拍。
好，请看前面，请看前面。
好，我们看一下中间的朋友。很好，
好，谢谢，再次掌声，谢谢这4位朋友，谢谢我们的女神们，谢谢。
你们现在可以自拍了，你们可以自拍了。好，谢谢你们。好，马不停蹄了，因为刚刚感谢富邦勇士在罚球的部分送了我们10张月老兑换券，所以我又拥有了10颗球可以赠送给大家。我的球呢？
好，现场的朋友，刚刚有拿到我们主场任务小球的朋友呢，记得到服务处换取我们月老来电的兑换券。那刚刚第2节的时候呢，我们富邦勇士罚失2颗球，所以现在送出10张兑换券，一样请莫律师来送给各位哦，他在场边10颗而已哦，10颗而已哦。
好，我现在送了4颗，还有6颗，还有哪边需要月老的这个兑换券的球呢？不要是不是？不需要，缘分太好，不需要月老。哎，这个要月老吗？好，接到了吗？需要月老吗？好，6张喽，准备第7张。你们年纪那么小，需要月老吗？
他们不要给他们了，他们太危险了，莫律师。
好，长大留着用，好不好？啊，好。好了，8张了，最后2张了，有没有人需要月老？需要月老的吗？好，月老的。好，来丢准。好，今年感觉一定旺，好不好？最后1张月老，哎，有朋友很积极在此，相信是需要月老的加持啊！马上给你一个月老的这个 ，Yes sir， 来，哪位，来，月老祝福你，我也祝福你。好，谢谢各位有钢铁人的球迷们，我们继续为下半场努力，好，记得上厕所。还有机会。
好，我们感谢所有球迷朋友呢，持续在现场帮钢铁人加油。现在距离第3节比赛开始还有6分钟，请大家可以稍作休息。那这边呢，我们场馆内全面已经开放饮食，是有开放饮食的，所以想要在场内吃东西、喝东西都是可以的。但是呢，还是需要球迷朋友帮忙注意一下场馆上的整洁。吃完东西、喝完东西的垃圾，请将它随手丢置在我们入口处的垃圾桶。这部分呢，再麻烦各位同时维持场馆的清洁，谢谢。那现在中场时间休息10分钟，有许多球迷朋友正在排队上厕所。
3 East Asia Super League games coming up. Tuesday, Hong Kong Eastern hosts Suwon KT Sonic Boom. Wednesday, we got a doubleheader. San Miguel Beermen at Hiroshima Dragonflies, and the new Taipei Kings host the Ryukyu Golden Kings. And the matchup at hand is the Taipei Fubon Braves, led by Jeff Witt. He's 12 points, Nick King's 11, followed by KJ coming off the bench for 7. Jeff Wu with a couple of threes for 6 points. The game started with a skip past Jeff Witt. He mid-range shot, and he's shown off his arsenal, even throwing in a sky hook and a few putbacks. But they're going to need a lot more scoring from a lot of different areas to make up this 18-point deficit. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, we talked about how Briscoe, 20 points, and Chen 15 really leading the way. They're getting a boost from Jordi Chimaga's 11 points. Coming off the bench, Liu Tenyan 5 points and Will Davis 3 points, and trying to add on some more. Like I mentioned, all of the Steelers who have made it onto the floor have scored the basketball. They seem to be playing with great rhythm and a very solid focus on the defensive end. And good news for Coach Cho. He's got 3 full timeouts and a player 30-second timeout under 2 minutes. Shall any turbulence cause some trouble in this Steelers upcoming stretch where they're trying to break a few bad records. Cross-season 12 straight losses, a plus league record, and a season opening 6 straight losses, which ties their own mark from a couple of years ago. We'll be back in about 3.5 minutes for the start of the second half.
谁会听到哭声还能装作没疑惑？头上这片乌云不能把我希望带走。双膝跪地主啊，指引路的尽头。我赴汤蹈火，你的爱应该是不分你我，不分人种，但爱人有一天变成战友。亲爱的，不能软弱。
好，现场朋友，距离我们第3节比赛开始有2分钟。那我们室内呢，体育馆内的厕所呢，还是蛮多人在排队的。再次提醒各位，我们的球团这边在户外也有准备流动厕所，所以如果有需要上洗手间的朋友，可以听从我们工作人员引导，我们可以到户外。目前流动厕所的空间位置还蛮多的，所以如果需要上洗手间的朋友，可以到户外做使用。谢谢。
Impressively, the Kaohsiung Steelers winning the rebound margin against the Taipei Fubon Braves, 32-26, according to the box score I have hand. And what adds to the impressiveness is they don't have active Ali Daniel and Marcus Quirk. They're kind of tween of forward. Rookie tween forward is also not seen the floor in the first half. A few more notes before we get the action going again. The Steelers actually have reduced the margin in their head-to-head matchups with their 3+ league opponents. Against the Braves, -15, then -9. Against the Pilots, -29, -17, -3. And the Ghost Hawks, only one matchup, -6. Let's see if they can hold true for the rest of the way. Meanwhile, mentioned before that they had a 8-0 lead against the Braves in their first matchup on October 27th, and a 26-point lead right before the end of Q1 in their November 12th game. Briscoe dribbles by 2 Braves as that one's batted out of bounds off of blue. What would really hurt on that second game is they had a 16-point lead entering the fourth, but the Braves Blue opened the game with a 43-point quarter. Briscoe to Chimaga, looking down low, batted away. 4 seconds on the clock as wide open. Wang Kaiyu, a clank and out of bounds as look what I found. Saving it to a few of the Braves as King will hang on to possession just barely. Hit a bunch of times. And Zogway with a reverse. Another assist to KJ. That's how this third quarter gets started. Fan shot fake, a dribble pull up. That's no good. Only Josh and Nick King and Jeff Whitby, so 3 of the 5 starters from the game will start the second half. Fan with his 3rd board of the game as almost a steal by KJ and had a Briscoe all twisted up in a knot. Duo of Jeff Wu and TJ started 5 games together. Down low, Kevin is swatted away. Got his own board as 1 second on the clock. Time will expire on that block shot. The Braves kind of sizing up here with Zue at the power forward, King at the small forward, and their shortest player out there, KJ, listed at 185 or about 6'1". Steelers have put smaller players on King as a flat clank by KJ. Now it's Lilienting on him. As Briscoe getting through the double, faking one away, and the ball will climb in. Thought he got hit on the layup attempt. Josh kick out to KJ, trying to return the favor. The 3 ball too strong. Lilienting showing off those Imo Hwadao rebounding skills. Briscoe and Chimaga. 2 big steps as Kevin underneath. This time he's free for the lay-in. Despite getting a lot of starts, as a dangerous foul and one underneath. KJ responds right back. Assist from way outside of the arc. Early substitutions. Wang Kaiyu's top scoring game was December 7th, where he had 4 points. And I say surprising because he has started 4 and now 5 out of the 7 games he's played this season. Briscoe backing down Josh, a little too easy. But the Braves matchup as Davis got a step, putting it up off the glass and hits the layup. Trying to dish a pass, but it deflected off of a Steeler out of bounds. You see Davis get a step. And Ziwei too late to help. Moultrie in as KJ knocks it down from the outside. The commentator showing a little life over Jason Timmy has kicked basketball right to Briscoe. Splitting the defense once again, catching, and a beautiful finger roll with the right hand. Fouling transition, be the second by the Steelers. Pretty decent contest by Isaiah, and still couldn't stop KJ. Up close is Ziwei, nobody checks. And a, looks like a delay of game warning. A pretty serious one, as two referees on the case, giving a look at the spacing and the cut against the zone defense. Trying to argue for a foul. Skip pass. About from the other side, it's Liuyenting. 0 for 4 before tonight's action. And that will make him a three-point shooter's first make, as King thought he was hit. Davis going quick, and a whistle. Two whistles come. I don't know if it was intended for the corner shooter. Davis the second out of UC Irvine. Back-to-back years where we had a product out of University of California system. Slow possession for the Braves, and it's just an outside shot. Last year, whistle first. It was Christian Inigwe out of Davis. Little hands to the chest. All the way on the other side as a skip pass comes. Chen Fan dribbling amongst all of the Braves defense and somehow getting it in. Utilizing the window here as a mean block and a whistle. Briscoe coming over to spoil what was a good look for Moultrie. And we'll have our chance to take another look, but it's a TV timeout. Not a lot of rhythm here in the third. The Steelers still holding a big lead over the Braves. We'll be right back.
陈范跟我们的朝胜，是，我们看他们会选择谁，好不好 ？OK， 来，女孩不要滑手机的帅哥，
看一下镜头。请问你要选择韩系还台系？
等下他假装滑手机，来这边，这好像在这里的，上面的。
在哪里？我抓到你们。来看一下镜头，看一下我们篮筐后面的镜头。
你要选择谁？
韩系，韩系。
哎呦，全部都选择朝胜。
Yes sir。
你这边又有了。
好，我们看下一位朋友。
选谁？选你自己的朋友吗？
哇，
还有这两边还好，一人一边不会打架，
不分轩轾，
不分轩轾。怎么？你马上变心，
看一下镜头，
就剩你们在荧幕前面这2位，你们选谁？
选谁？
你选朝圣。
我走过来喽。
不是要比左右，不是比后面，要比左右，好不好？
哎，弟弟跟妹妹，请问你要选谁？
你喜欢哪一个哥哥？
左边、右边的哥哥。
So during the week, the Steelers announcing that Joshua Price departed from the team. He played in 6 games, averaging 25 minutes, about 13 points, 4.5 rebounds on a true shooting percentage of only 42. The Plus League import average this season is 55%. But on the Brave side, they're kind of limited as well. Number 1, Brendan Walters twisted his ankle on Saturday, December 28th in the first half. He did play in the second half. Held out, as is Beast, dealing with some knee discomfort. 2 free throws for Arnett Moultrie. So Queens, New York has that first one climb out. Previously, can you believe it, 19 for 20 from the charity stripe. Braves and Mandy as another high ball screen for Briscoe. He's backing down Josh as holding action off ball. Into the cup, a tumble and a foul on the rebound. Looks like Briscoe, not quite an ouchie on the top of the head. George kind of falling on him there. Braves basketball looks like it might have been a team called from the side. He's on George as a big bounce to Moultrie in the middle, and he's called for travel. And his third quarter continues to lack any rhythm. Briscoe with space, Josh still on him. KJ still chasing Phil as they go back to number 1. Early help, spinning against it. The fadeaway splashes down. On the other side of Briscoe, they're going at him with George, and a early whistle comes. Ball out of bounds afterwards. Looks like a few pleasantries exchanged. That's a tough shot. Josh all over him. It looks like Coach Cho will make a change. Protect his point guard. It might be an entire line change. With his free throw made. Now with 3 points, and it'll stay there. Put in for the first time this game, number 9, Kaohsiung. Setting up a play out of Horns. Wide open for 3. He launches. Too much. done short, and long rebound to King, putting on a move on Kaohsiung. The trailing Josh kicking it out. Braves are missing out on some opportunity as deep in the paint. Look what I found. It's Moultrie getting it from down low. But on the other side, Kaohsiung feeling perhaps a little bit more comfortable at home than he is on the road. Won't bring up the extracurriculars he was getting into. Josh, a pass and a foul in transition. The Steelers' entire bench hopping up on their feet. Here you see KJ throwing off the Steelers to become an assist for Moultrie. Like still some things to be sorted out as Braves bring in their two big imports. KJ picks Phil, but ball goes to Chimago, deep pass to Davis, and almost falls out of bounds, but off of KJ and into the crowd. Down by 22 points. The Braves almost had a great opportunity, but Laitingen couldn't handle the pass, and what should have been a Steelers turnover with a Kaohsiung wedgie. So we continue to have poor rhythm in the game. Thankfully, only 4:13 left in the third. Laitingen. Little pistol action with TJ and Whitney. Now switch to the other side. Moultrie, TJ attacking on the bounce. Swallowed up by Chimaga as Whitney with an easy putback lay-in. Jeff had 12 points in the first half, finally with a layup here in the second half. As Moultrie called for the foul, reaching in. Oh, he did get basketball, but it was Tenfan's face he caught with a couple of digits. Zhang Zhenyang fresh in the ball game as the Braves looking for any kind of answer. Now Moultrie down low, putting it up short as Chimaga, nice and tall, pulls himself another rebound. And an easy travel call. Chimaga leads the game with what should be his 11th rebound, and only his first turnover on the game. Former Rising Stars teammate Chen guarding Ma Yao as Laitingen leaves that one short. Little 3-on-2 action as that one's going to be in the corner. Chen smartly dribbling between the double team. Chimaga, couple of fakes and the little baby hook over Whitney. The Steelers slowly expand on that 18-point halftime lead. much to say for the Braves, who played poorly as Lai Tian misses what looked like an open floater. Saw a lot of that from Chen Wei in the first half. He's been glued to the bench. How about to the other side? Galway Lund, a little bit too much mustard on it as his teammate Toby gets it back inbound for White. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. Chen Fan spinning, the fadeaway, got the whistle. Must be good eyes by the referees to see somebody's hand touch up Chen Fan. Averaging 16 points per game on 37% from the field, 9 of 10 to 4 tonight. Not a lot of free throws. There's a lot of conversation about who the Braves need in place of Beast. Obviously, when he's not physically healthy or when the R word becomes a reality. How about Chen Fan as a possible option as he's whistled and try to calm himself down. Former Italian pilot Maya putting the move on him. Definitely looks clean up top. The only argument I can possibly think of is a body bump. One thing about Tanzania is not exactly the most clinical free throw shooter. Small sample this season where he's 4 for 10 beyond the arc. And very little playing time. They have the first overall Tanzania from season 3. They have first ever Plus League draft second overall pick Chen Wei. They did have Chen Fan, who was a second overall pick in that same draft as Mayao, and TJ was 5th. A lot of high draft capital for the Braves as Chimaga tries to spin and floats it out of bounds. Maybe thought he got bumped, or maybe he thought there would have been a teammate down there. So as much rest as they can get for Isaiah Briscoe and his fellow starters, the better the Steelers will be prepared for tomorrow's matchup. Tanzania short as Moultrie getting the second chance. No look pass to Jeff Wood. He's short from the free throw area. How about another chance? Quick trigger from the other side and still no good. That's the kind of night it's been for the Braves. TJ down low as Tanzania. Moultrie, he's crashed into a free throw opportunity. Here in the third quarter, it's been a 23-17 go for the Steelers. The Braves seeing their scoring go down 23, 21, and 17 with 21 seconds left in the third, but so have the Steelers as we've seen the pace go down. I did the math, and pretty stunned to see, inputting the numbers, the Steelers had a 157.5 offensive rating in the first half. Moultrie adding to his point total as Briscoe will check back in, trying to stay hot, maybe with one last offensive possession. A game high 26 points, also has 10 dimes. Braves show off a 2-3 zone. Jeff and TJ back up top. They're going to let the clock run down. Zhang on the strong side corner jumps out as Li Weiting an open three. And everything going right for the Steelers and everything going wrong for the Braves. As in danger of their third straight loss, and the Steelers breaking the seal on the win column here at home. We'll be back with a fourth and final frame after this. Plus 球迷 ，Oh My Basketball 是我本人在 ID Bar 学英文吧，教你篮球的英文术语。欢迎大家点资讯栏的链接一起学习。Well, the same 5 Braves that allowed that buzzer beater to 3 are in there to start the 4th. I can only imagine the Braves trying to get Zhang Ziyang a little bit of confidence playing with some of the starters. Switching sides and an easy layup for Liu Yanting. Talk about career days. Previously, his high was the last game against the Pilots where he had 4 points. That layup puts him at 7 on the game. Easily mossing a TJ in the good control with the left hand. So oversized, Josh is in for his high school teammate. Off-ball foul, but all smiles between Mayao and Tim. You see held from behind and a whack with the left arm. Must be just play fighting. Zone defense by the Steelers as Josh jump pass. Mayao from top left, 0 for 3 tonight. Space for the Steelers as Li Weiting fumbles, then drives, and he airballs the layup. Dodgeball miss, and a layup for the Steelers as the Braves call another timeout. I suspect this is a personnel change. They have not made this game very interesting, and the Steelers have had all the fun Commercial break coming up, and we'll be back after this.
Yes sir， 还有2颗，谁要月老？月老来救你！哎，你们很积极，真的需要月老吗？确定？OK， 但还是要注意，拿礼物的朋友不要靠栏杆太近哦。
Dora 助攻，
还有没有人要月老？我还有2颗哦。
还有哪边？帮忙助攻一下。
最后1颗，月老，月老救救你！
月老来电，
感谢月老，感谢富邦勇士。会跳的一起来了，各位朋友。
Perhaps the Steelers are finding a lot more in the inventory. A couple of layups for Liu Yanting here in the 4th quarter. They'll continue to expand on this lead. Right now sitting at 29 points as Josh walks it up against the Steelers 2-3 zone. Chen trying to chase Jeff. Zhang Zhang puts it on the deck and turns it over behind the back of Ting, and Jeff Wu will come around and pick it off. Block shot off of Zhang Zhang's noggin. And the Steelers basketball, Chimaga, the eraser. Briscoe in amongst 3 defenders, out to Phil. His 3 glances off as Chimaga got a board even after his own tip. Still fighting and falls to the ground. No whistle. Going the other way, too strong of a pass. After the block in what was 5-on-4, Braves can't take advantage. Briscoe, tough take and a little slip of the floor. Mop guy immediately jumping up. 94 for the Steelers, 10 minutes to go. One thing about the Braves is even when they're down big and there's garbage time, the import players like to be out there. Beautiful slip past Chimaga, spin counter, and Braves cover that action up. Keeping the dribble alive as Ting corners 3, bottoms it. What a patient play by Isaiah Briscoe, creating the space, drawing the defense, and getting the 3-point make. Scramble play. Zhang Ziyang out to Jeff Woodhey. He'll set it for a 3. And a barrier from the top. Well, would have been a stop for the Steelers. They had a deflection on the pass. Inside pass as a whistle comes, and the trailing official will call a travel. Chen Youwei's back in. Has not looked good in front of his former team. KJ slips it to King, over to Chen Youwei, trying the floater. That one is all net. But all it took was a suspect defensive foul to make him an accurate floater guy again. Chen Fan double, dribbles away from it. Out to Ting. How about another three above the break? That's a brick. Maybe that'll humble the Steelers a little bit. Things are going too good for them. King slow cross, floating it past Josh to about 20 feet range, and that's a bucket. There's Coach Joe with a timeout. A little bit of a lull in the Steelers' focus. A couple of sequences. Still up by 27 in the ball game. And remember, the Braves had the highest scoring quarter of 43 against the Steelers. They don't want that to happen. There's the 2-point versus 3-point shooting splits. The big number is the bottom number. How many of their shots were 3-point variety? 53, then 54% versus the Ghost Hawks and Pilots. And against the smaller Steelers, you would think it's sound to try to pound them inside. But they've been held to 43% shooting from 2. Most of that work going to Jeff Woodhey and Nick King. From 3-point range, 5 for 24. Even if you take out King's 0 for 6, 5 for 18 is only about 28%. Need to do better than that against the hot Steelers offense. You know what the best option is to actually play good defense, which the Braves have really failed to do all except game 1 of the year. Inside, Shimaga popped the other way as the ball on the deck. Whitty with it to King, a little 3-on-2, and he missed the dunk. Thankfully caught his own balance. Didn't hurt himself on that fall. I don't know if the defense had something to do or it was a straight miss. Doesn't look like the defense committed a foul there. A little bit too readable. KJ almost had himself another steal. Chen Fan wide open again, and this time another triple, this time from the left wing. Shimaga on the ricochet with another rebound. As a Briscoe way too easy, going all the way with a strong hand. Whitty setting up the 3-point stroke. Chen Fan's top regular season performance was 21 points against the Ghost Hawks. He has now surpassed it with that 3. King spinning but running into a wall, and a bailout foul. Just ran into all kind of defense, and for Liu Yinting, I guess more or less unlucky there. That's why you plan to have the crowd on the visitors' second half side. So Roger picking a bad year to hand things off, or for his own benefit, perhaps a good year. Braves looking at 3 straight losses and falling to a 5-7 as Briscoe tries to do a back pass. Oilen back to number 1. Fake pass, and then a real pass. Too brilliant for Jordi Chimaga there. That's the kind of fun they've been having out there. So you got to keep your hands up. King screens, then asks for a low post touch. What a mean block attempt, and a whistle comes again. Don't fault the import players for trying to get out there and continue to play, but it certainly is taken away from other role players who could be getting some time. Moultrie come in for a Whitney. Short with that first free throw. Getting a decent line at 11 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, but he and all of his other Brave teammates in the negative territory. Minus 16. And minus 15. Looks like still more for Yinting to work on. This is the free throw turnaround jumper. The Steelers do practice that in their pregame. Usually it's getting a pass across the lane instead of from the point. Tough lefty layup by Briscoe. The top individual scoring mark as a whistle, a player on the ground. The top scoring mark as an individual still remains Brendan Fraser's 37 against the Braves back on November 30th. Look, taking the bump, even extending past Moultrie, and the refs let that foul go. Briscoe on the game. 32 points as we have another timeout on the floor. Braves either want to do the impossible or continue to embarrass themselves on the floor with this game continuing even longer.
Hey, three down, beat us up. 3 down, new one. Yeah. You got tight. Switch back, right? screen, pass, okay? Wide open, shoot. Dribbling. Now S1, S2, but drop down. 1-1 and pass for the J. Out.
Perfect free throw from Jerry. Was a Plus League first teamer in just his rookie season. But with the Steelers, is now with the Braves, has not proven to be a winning player yet. While out of bounds, it will remain with the Braves, as the Steelers will make a change, make a few changes, as they mistakenly only have 4 on the floor. One thing about Coach Cho is he's quite poor with substitutions, always forgetting how many he has on or who he wants to call off the bench in a foul or injury situation. Pass, KJ taking it to the deck, bounce to Chen. Winston and beats the shot clock with a shot attempt, but it's airball that's going the other way. By hand in the head, Shimaga, nice read, takes it away from the Braves. Numbers the other way, and they're going to take it slow. Davis trying a three, and looks like needs to do a few more squats in the gym. King aggressively going at Galway. Swatted by two-handed block of Shimaga. Steelers can't get the offense going before a take foul, as Winston volunteers and King will eventually jog back. Thankfully not hurt, but more shocked at the Mandarin we call 震撼教育, or education by intimidation. Now Coach Cho electing to call timeout.
刚刚3-1边你要切了，快攻的时候。好，如果是区了，吃了啊。然后进攻打 fly 就好 ，fly， 进攻打 fly， 直接弱就用就好了哈。Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Great.
Jordy Chimaga with a game-high 6 block shots, anchoring the Steelers' stout defense. That ties Alec Brown's 6 back on November 3rd for the season high. He's getting fed the basketball. Patient with it, getting the basket and count it. There was a couple of fouls in there and couldn't stop number 32 from getting the score. The bonus free throw coming up. You see Ziwei, no intention of playing defense and just fouling. Free throw sunk. 16, 17, and 6 line. Braves breaking out the Taiwan Chen at the top of the 3-2 zone. But easy passing by the Steelers gets them an open 3 look. They're quite small with awaiting the small forward and a breakaway layup attempt. There's Ian, former teammates. That time won by Chen Youwei. A very good transition defense defender. Under 2.5 minutes, neither coach better call timeout now. Seeing a dribble 3. Kind of catching the Braves. Not paying attention as Ziwei can't finish the layup. The Steelers finally ready to empty their bench. I see a few reserves ready to check in on the game. And for the Braves, well, they don't have reserves. Everybody is being tested out on the floor. In this game, it includes Zhang Zhenya. Right now, everybody in blue kind of bent out of shape. This is the first time you're tuning in to Plus League basketball. You get to introduce number 77, Zhou Yujun, and number 8, Lin Xinxiang. Interesting enough, the only undrafted rookie by the Steelers, according to my notes, is Kaohsiung, and he's played quite a bit more than some of his other rookie teammates. Steelers counter with some aggressive D as whipped into his spot, and he misses anyways as loves that 18-foot jump shot. Walking into a 3 and can't make up for the buzzer beater air ball previously. It was a tough shot for Abu. Trying to skip it around as Ziwei misses left. Now that's really more on the point guard than it is on the player who fouled. No Tien throwing it right to where the defense was anticipating it, and if my eyes see correctly, that's Chen Yuan, number 0. Former player with the New Taipei DEA. .36 free throws for the Braves, and yet Expanding the game by 31 points. Goes to show how poor their offenses have been running as well. Steelers even letting up only a 19-point fourth quarter. I don't think they mind, as they have the league's #1 win-loss team in the Pilots coming tomorrow. This time, Liu Teyin, a smart move to hold the basketball. The Braves will stay away as the clock counts down on the first victory of the year for the Kaohsiung Steelers. 107-76 is the final score, as they now find themselves with a win. And a celebration to be had with a 20-25 debut at a new facility. And the Braves on their end start 2025 the way they ended 2024, with a disappointing loss for them. It was not really competitive in this one. Go hot off the court. Jeff Whitey, their best performer, 20 points, 13 rebounds. But on the Steelers side, a lot of heroes around. Of course, none other than their leader, Isaiah Briscoe, 32 points and 13 dimes. Chen, a personal high of 23 points, including 5 made three-pointers. That leads the entire game. Jordy Chimanga, don't forget him, almost a block shot, rebounding, scoring triple-double. That goes 16, 18, and 7 from left to right. And 6 other Steelers get on the board. All of their regular rotation guys and even their bench got in on the fun. There's Isaiah Briscoe donning the headset. I think not only is his individual scoring, but those 8 rebounds led to a lot of transition attack.
Yes, I can hear you.
On the headset with Ziwei and Taipei being asked about his NBA comparisons.
I think they're just saying that because of my braids and, you know, obviously the way I handle the ball. But, you know, I've been doing that since I was a little kid and just getting everywhere I want on the court. So I'll take the nickname. I like it.
Now asked about the significance of the first
win. It feels
win.
good, you know, but we got a game tomorrow, so we got to get back on the right track, you know, go home, get some rest, and just me just constantly pushing my guys. You know, I'll be honest, I was tough on everybody this week in practice. You know, I'm getting on them even more. We was 0-6. We finally got our first win, so I guess, you know, getting on their ass and just being that leader is just, it paid off, and we got the win today. I'm super, super proud of the guys. I'm super proud. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You want me to sign this?
So thanks to Isaiah Briscoe for joining our post-game coverage. I think he pointed out something really smart about holding the team to a high standard during the long stretches where these plus league teams don't have a competitive game. At most, scrimmages against teams nearby or teams in different leagues. Of course, the work that they put in practice and against each other, it's kind of hard to reflect the game intensity, especially with a camp that was as lowly as the Steelers were to begin the season. But they put it all together for a impressive 107-76 victory over the Taipei Fubon Braves. we'll wrap things up after the break and get ready for tomorrow's action for the Steelers.
Thank you guys for all the support today. The energy in this place was amazing, and I hope to see everybody tomorrow.
谢谢埃塞亚，掌声给埃塞亚还有陈范博彦。现在请两位签名在球上，然后会随机挑选观众拿取两位的签名球。You can choose them. Okay, take care.
好，在接签名球的之前，麻烦一下施君杰同学。施君杰同学，你把妈妈丢在了记录台这边，来找一下妈妈好不好？施君杰。
Okay, and there. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, 我们谢谢。
施君杰同学在吗？啊，你不要动，妈妈看到你了，施君杰。
还有一颗球哦，各位朋友们，谁想要埃塞尔的球？陈范的球，举起你的手。陈范，你还有一颗，你还有一颗。陈范还有一颗。哎呦，抢上来！感谢今天进场的各位球迷伙伴们，还有我们的雅典娜女神，我们今天在主场拿下胜利。谢谢陈范，还有埃塞亚今天精彩的表现，也谢谢我们的艾恩，活力充沛。好，赛场观众的话，请注意走道，不要推挤。
A final word from Kaohsiung Senior High School, where the Steelers get their first victory on the season and continue to send the Braves spiraling. There's the final combined team statistics. Once again, we have points, field goal shooting, three-point shooting, rebounds, assists, and turnovers. The rebounding margin in particular kept on getting stretched apart. Good proof of the Steelers' attention and effort to keep the Braves at bay. They make enough threes, led by Chen Fan Boyan's 5 made three-pointers, which is a high for them. Well, ties Chen Fan's previous mark, which was a high for them. So whenever Isaiah Briscoe and his world-class dribbling finally got stopped, they had an outlet. And most importantly, the Steelers really made it difficult for the Braves. Every dribble drive was tightly guarded, and everything that got through became a fodder for Jordi Chimaga's impressive inside defense. So we look forward to tomorrow's matchup, where the Taipei Pilots will be in town for the same venue against the Steelers, trying to make it a home weekend sweep to start 2025. Pilots on their side won their last game, and they want to ring in the new year with a victory themselves. So on behalf of Chen Ziwei and Cai Jingjing, our broadcast partners, our teams, and our Plus League offices, I've been Ryan Chen. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.